Shanghai is the largest Chinese city by population and the largest city proper by population in the world. It is one of the 4 direct-controlled municipalities of the People's Republic of China, with a population of more than 24 million as of 2014 update. It is a global financial center, and a transport hub with the world's busiest container port. Located in the Yangtze River Delta in East China, Shanghai sits on the south edge of the mouth of the Yangtze in the middle portion of the Chinese coast. The municipality borders the provinces of Jiangsu and Zhejiang to the north, south and west, and is bounded to the east by the East China Sea. For centuries a major administrative, shipping, and trading town, Shanghai grew in importance in the 19th century due to European recognition of its favorable port location and economic potential. The city was one of 5 open to foreign trade following the British victory over China in the First Opium War, while the subsequent 1842 Treaty of Nanking and 1844 Treaty of Whampoa allowed the establishment of the Shanghai International Settlement and the French concession. The city then flourished as a center of commerce between East and West, and became the undisputed financial hub of the Asia-Pacific in the 1930s. However, with the Communist Party takeover of the mainland in 1949, trade was reoriented to focus on socialist countries, and the city's global influence declined. In the 1990s, the economic reforms introduced by Deng Xiaoping resulted in an intense redevelopment of the city, aiding the return of finance and foreign investment to the city. Shanghai is a popular tourist destination renowned for its historical landmarks such as the Bund City God Temple and New Garden, as well as the extensive Lujiazur skyline, many skyscrapers, and major museums including the Shanghai Museum and the China Art Museum. It has been described as the showpiece of the booming economy of mainland China. Etymology and names. The 2 Chinese characters in the city's name are together meaning upon the sea. The earliest occurrence of this name dates from the 11th century Song dynasty, at which time there was already a river confluence and a town with this name in the area. There are disputes as to exactly how the name should be understood, but Chinese historians have concluded that during the Tang dynasty Shanghai was literally on the sea. Shanghai is officially abbreviated in Chinese, a contraction of a 4th or 5th century Jin name for the mouth of Suzhou Creek when it was the main conduit into the ocean. This character appears on all motor vehicle license plates issued in the municipality today. Another alternative name for Shanghai is Shen or Shenkeng, from Lord Chun Shen, a 3rd century BC nobleman and prime minister of the state of Chu, whose fief included modern Shanghai. Sports teams and newspapers in Shanghai often use Shen in their names, such as Shanghai Shenhua FC and Shenbao. Huating was another early name for Shanghai. In AD 751, during the Mid-Tang dynasty, Huating County was established at modern-day Songjiang, the first county-level administration within modern-day Shanghai. Today, Huating appears as the name of a 4-star hotel in the city. The city also has various nicknames in English, including Pearl of the Orient and Paris of the East. History. Ancient history. During the spring and autumn period, the Shanghai area belonged to the Kingdom of Wu, which was conquered by the Kingdom of Yu, which in turn was conquered by the Kingdom of Chu. During the Warring States period, Shanghai was part of the fief of Lord Chun Shen of Chu, one of the 4 lords of the Warring States. He ordered the excavation of the Huangpu River. Its former or poetic name, the Chun Shen River, gave Shanghai its nickname of Shen. Fishermen living in the Shanghai area created a fishing tool called the Hu, which lent its name to the outlet of Suzhou Creek north of the Old City and became a common nickname and abbreviation for the city. Imperial history. During the Song dynasty, Shanghai was upgraded in status from a village to a market town in 1074, and in 1172 a second sea wall was built to stabilize the ocean coastline, supplementing an earlier dike. from the Yuan dynasty in 1292 until Shanghai officially became a municipality in 1927. Central Shanghai was administered as a county under Songjiang Prefecture, whose seat was at the present-day Songjiang district. Two important events helped promote Shanghai's development in the Ming dynasty. A city wall was built for the first time in 1554 to protect the town from raids by Japanese pirates. It measured 10 meters high and 5 kilometers in circumference. During the Wanlai reign, Shanghai received an important psychological boost from the erection of a city god temple in 1602. This honor was usually reserved for places with the status of a city, such as a prefectural capital, not normally given to a mere county town. As Shanghai was, it probably reflected the town's economic importance, as opposed to its low political status. During the Qing dynasty, Shanghai became one of the most important seaports in the Yangtze Delta region as a result of two important central government policy changes. In 1684, the Kangxi Emperor reversed the Ming dynasty prohibition on ocean-going vessels, a ban that had been in force since 1525, and in 1732 the Yongzheng Emperor moved the customs office for Jiangsu province from the prefectural capital of Songjiang to Shanghai, and gave Shanghai exclusive control over customs collections for Jiangsu's foreign trade. As a result of these two critical decisions, by 1735 Shanghai had become a major trade port for all of the lower Yangtze region. Despite still being at the lowest administrative level in the political hierarchy, early modern history international attention to Shanghai grew in the 19th century due to European recognition of its economic and trade potential at the Yangtze. During the First Opium War, British forces occupied the city. The war ended with the 1842 Treaty of Nanking, which allowed the British to dictate opening the treaty ports, Shanghai included, for international trade. The Treaty of the Bogue signed in 1843, and the Sino-American Treaty of Wangjia, signed in 1844, forced Chinese concession to European and American desires for visitation and trade on Chinese soil. Britain, France, and the United States all carved out concessions outside the walled city of Shanghai, which was still ruled by the Chinese. The Chinese-held old city of Shanghai fell to the rebels of the Small Swords Society in 1853 but was recovered by the Qing government in February 1855. In 1854, the Shanghai Municipal Council was created to manage the foreign settlements. Between 1860 to 1862, the Taiping rebels twice attacked Shanghai and destroyed the city's eastern and southern suburbs, but failed to take the city. In 1863, the British settlement to the south of Suzhou Creek and the American settlement to the north joined in order to form the Shanghai International Settlement. The French opted out of the Shanghai Municipal Council and maintained its own concession to the south and southwest. Citizens of many countries in all continents came to Shanghai to live and work during the ensuing decades. Those who stayed for long periods, some for generations, called themselves Shanghailanders. In the 1920s and 1930s, almost 20,000 White Russians and Russian Jews fled the newly established Soviet Union and took up residence in Shanghai. These Shanghai Russians constituted the second largest foreign community. By 1932, Shanghai had become the world's fifth largest city and home to 70,000 foreigners. In the 1930s, some 30,000 Jewish refugees from Europe arrived in the city. The Sino-Japanese War concluded with the Treaty of Shimonoseki, which elevated Japan to become another foreign power in Shanghai. Japan built the first factories in Shanghai, which were soon copied by other foreign powers. Shanghai was then the most important financial center in the Far East. All this international activity gave Shanghai the nickname, the Great Athens of China. Under the Republic of China, Shanghai's political status was raised to that of a municipality on 14 July 1927, although the territory of the foreign concessions was excluded from their control. This new Chinese municipality still covered an area of 828.8 square kilometers, including the modern-day districts of Baoshan, Jiangpu, Jiabei, Nanxi, and Pudong, headed by a Chinese mayor and municipal council. The new city government's first task was to create a new city center in Jiangwen town of Yangpu district, outside the boundaries of the foreign concessions. The Greater Shanghai Plan included a public museum, library, sports stadium, and city hall, which were partially constructed when the plan was interrupted by the Japanese invasion. On 28 January 1932, Japanese forces struck and the Chinese resisted, fighting to a standstill. A ceasefire was brokered in May. The Battle of Shanghai in 1937 resulted in the occupation of the Chinese-administered parts of Shanghai outside of the international settlement in the French concession. The foreign concessions were occupied by the Japanese on 8 December 1941 and remained occupied until Japan's surrender in 1945, during which time war crimes were committed. On 27 May 1949, the People's Liberation Army took control of Shanghai. Shanghai underwent a series of changes in the boundaries of its subdivisions over the next decade. After 1949, most foreign firms moved their offices from Shanghai to Hong Kong, as part of a foreign divestment due to the communist victory. Modern history. During the 1950s and 1960s, Shanghai became an industrial center and center for radical leftism. The leftist Jiang Qing and her three cohorts, together the Gang of Four, were based in the city. Yet, even during the most tumultuous times of the Cultural Revolution, Shanghai was able to maintain high economic productivity and relative social stability. During most of the history of the PRC, Shanghai has been a comparatively heavy contributor of tax revenue to the central government, with Shanghai in 1983 contributing more in tax revenue to the central government than Shanghai had received in investment in the prior 33 years, combined. This came at the cost of severely crippling Shanghai's infrastructural and capital development. Its importance to the fiscal well-being of the central government also denied it economic liberalizations begun in 1978. Shanghai was finally permitted to initiate economic reforms in 1991, starting the massive development still seen today and the birth of Lu Jiaozhe in Pudong. Geography. Shanghai lies on China's east coast, roughly equidistant from Beijing and Guangzhou. The old city and modern downtown Shanghai are now located in the center of an expanding peninsula between the Yangtze River Delta to the north and Hangzhou Bay to the south, formed by the Yangtze's natural deposition and by modern land reclamation projects. The provincial-level municipality of Shanghai administers both the eastern area of this peninsula and many of its surrounding islands. It is bordered on the north and west by Jiangsu, on the south by Zhejiang, and on the east by the East China Sea. Its northernmost point is on Chongming Island, now the second-largest island in mainland China after its expansion during the 20th century. The municipality does not, however, include an exclave of Jiangsu on northern Chongming or the two islands forming Shanghai's Yangshan port, which are part of Zhejiang's Shengzi County. This deep water port was made necessary by the increasing size of container ships but also the silting of the Yangtze, which narrows to less than 20 meters as far out as 45 miles from Hengsha. Downtown Shanghai is bisected by the Huangpu River, a man-made tributary of the Yangtze that was created by order of Lord Shunshen during the Warring States period. The historic center of the city was located on the west bank of the Huangpu, near the mouth of Suzhou Creek. connecting it with Lake Tai and the Grand Canal. The central financial district Lujiazhou has grown up on the east bank of the Huangpu. The destruction of local wetlands occasioned by the creation of Pudong International Airport along the peninsula's eastern shore has been somewhat offset by the protection and expansion of the nearby shoals of Jiaduansha as a nature preserve. Shanghai's location on an alluvial plain means that the vast majority of its 6,340.5 square kilometers land area is flat, with an average elevation of 4 meters. Its sandy soil has required its skyscrapers to be built with deep concrete piles to stop them from sinking into the soft ground of the central area. The few hills such as Shishan lie to the southwest, and the highest point is the peak of Dajishan Island in Hangzhou Bay. The city has many rivers, canals, streams and lakes, and is known for its rich water resources as part of the Lake Tai drainage area. Climate: Shanghai has a humid subtropical climate and experiences 4 distinct seasons. Winters are chilly and damp, and cold northwesterly winds from Siberia can cause nighttime temperatures to drop below freezing, although most years there are only 1 or 2 days of snowfall. Summers are hot and humid, with an average of 8.7 days exceeding 35 degrees Celsius annually. Occasional downpours or freak thunderstorms can be expected. The city is also susceptible to typhoons in summer and the beginning of autumn, none of which in recent years has caused considerable damage. The most pleasant seasons are spring, although changeable and often rainy, and autumn, which is generally sunny and dry. The city averages 4.2 degrees Celsius in January and 27.9 degrees Celsius in July, for an annual mean of 16.1 degrees Celsius. With monthly possible sunshine ranging from 34% in March to 54% in August. The city receives 1,895 hours of bright sunshine annually. Extremes since 1951 have ranged from -10.1 degrees Celsius on the 31st of January 1977 was set on the 19th of January 1893, to 39.9 degrees Celsius on 6 and the 8th of August 2013. A highest record of 40.8 degrees Celsius was registered in another station on the 7th of August 2013. Cityscape. Politics. Like virtually all governing institutions in the mainland People's Republic of China, the politics of Shanghai is structured in a dual-party government system, in which the Communist Party chief, officially termed the Communist Party of China Shanghai Municipal Committee Secretary, outranks the mayor. Political power in Shanghai is widely seen as a stepping stone to higher positions in the national government. Since Jiang Zemin became the National Party chief in June 1989, all but one former Shanghai Party chief was elevated to the Politburo Standing Committee, the de facto highest decision-making body in China, including Jiang himself, Zhu Rongji, Wu Bangguo, Huang Ju, Xi Jinping, and Yu Zhengsheng. Zheng Qinghong, a former deputy party chief of Shanghai, also rose to the Politburo Standing Committee and became the vice president and an influential power broker. The only exception is Chen Liangyu, who was fired in 2006 and later convicted of corruption. Officials with ties to the Shanghai administration form a powerful faction in the national government, the so-called Shanghai clique, which was often thought to compete against the rival Youth League faction over personnel appointments and policy decisions. Xi Jinping, successor to Hu Jintao as General Secretary and President, was a compromise candidate between the two groups, with supporters in both camps. Administrative divisions. Shanghai is administratively equal to a province and is divided into 16 county-level divisions, 15 districts and 1 county. Even though every district has its own urban core, the real city center is between Bun to the east, Nanjing Road to the north, Old City Temple and Weihai Road to the south. Prominent central business areas include Lujiazhou on the east bank of the Huangpu River, and the Bund and Hongqiao areas in the west bank of the Huangpu River. The City Hall and major administration units are located in Huangpu District, which also serve as a commercial area, including the famous Nanjing Road. Other major commercial areas include Shinsandi and the classy Weihai Road in Huangpu District and Zujiahui in Zuhui District. Many universities in Shanghai are located in residential areas of Yangpu District and Putuo District. 7 of the districts govern Puxi, the older part of urban Shanghai on the west bank of the Huangpu River. These 7 districts are collectively referred to as Shanghai proper or the core city. Huangpu, Zuhui, Channing, Jing'er, Putuo, Hongkou, Jiangpu, Pudong. The newer part of urban and suburban Shanghai on the east bank of the Huangpu River is governed by Pudong New Area. 7 of the districts govern suburbs, satellite towns, and rural areas further away from the urban core. Baoshan, Minhang, Jiading, Jinshan, Songjiang, Qingpu, Fengxi and the islands of Changsing and Hengsha and most of Chongming Island form Chongming County. The former district of Nanwei was absorbed into Pudong District in 2009. In 2011, Luwan District merged with Huangpu District. As of 2015 update, these county-level divisions are further divided into the following: 210 township-level divisions, 109 towns, 2 townships, 99 subdistricts. Those are in turn divided into the following village-level divisions: 3,661 neighborhood committees and 1,704 village committees.